Hello guys and welcome back to another match, and it's already underway here actually. Is BBB against Sundowns. Sorry that the other scoreboard will be up in 1 second. Here we go, bring in this one here. Previous score, here we go, restart, there we go. It's only been 5 seconds into this match here, and we are back. Hope everyone's doing well, hope everyone's having a nice day. And yes, it is Borussia Dortmund versus Sundowns FC. The colour will change for both. BBB, I think we'll go for a nice little, like, orange colour almost. And then Sundowns we can go for, like, a light green colour. Kind of like that, to be honest. There. So Sundowns FC versus Borussia Dortmund. And this is going to be a big one. I feel like Sundowns are sort of like a underdog of this tournament. I think they can definitely achieve, stuff that hasn't really been achieved here on for South African football. And we can see them here just, trying to find some ways through this BVB side. BVB's actually wearing white in this game, so I'm going to put the white on them because just to match the colour they're playing as. Sundowns versus Borussia Dortmund. Sundowns maybe a bit more yellow there. We can do now. There we go. Hope everyone's doing well. Rolling with the OG. Yes, South Africa is going to be, I'm hoping South African football can maybe put this BVB team to rest, because to be honest, BVB have been very disappointing in this Club World Cup. They have for sure been, I feel like they should have done better against Fluminense. And yeah, this I do think is going to be an upset against BVB, because they did not play well in the last game. They played really, haram ball. I feel like it wasn't good. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're doing well, rolling with OG. Hope you're doing well, Nelson. Let's actually put a poll up here. Who you going for? And we got, of course, BBB, Dortmund, yellow-black, the Bees, or Sundowns, which are like a greeny-yellow colour. There we go. And a draw as per usual as our new options. Equal. There we go. Start poll. There we go. Poll is started there. And it is going to be a ball out here for Sundowns. They did have the highest possession rate of any team so far in this tournament. So I do expect, them to be really playing with the possession today, really trying to find, ways through this Dortmund side with some possession-based football. Let's actually go check the lineups out right now to see what each team is running with. So I did recommend, of course, for Dortmund to play Jobe in the beginning of this match, because I feel like he was really strong when he came on. And here is Dortmund's lineup. So Gregor Kobel in goal. Then we have Sule, Anton, and Bensabani in the defense. Nothing's changed there from the previous defensive lineup. Then we have Kuto, Nmencha. Jobe Bellingham is playing. Gross and Svensson as the midfield, and Brandt and Guirassy as the strikers. Brandt's actually moved upfield to a striker, and Bellingham is now on in the midfield there. He should have really started last game. They were testing him out really, but yeah, he was brilliant. So, maybe Dortmund could have a little bit more link-up play, especially. We didn't really see it before in the previous game with Sule and Brandt linking up there, because Brandt was playing in the right cam position, but now he's playing, of course, as a striker. This is on the left side here for Svensson. This is now Sundowns lineup here. Svensson just touched that out, actually. That was poor from him. Williams in goal. Langa, Kekana, Cupido, and Mudau is the defense. Then we have Mokoena, Allende as the DMs. Matthews, Zwane, Ribeiro, and Rayners as the forward line. I think there is no changes from last lineup. Maybe Matthews is new, but I don't remember anyone else being not on. I do remember all of these players playing last time. Maybe Matthews was too, but I can't remember, to be honest, from the previous game. It was like 5 days ago or something. And this is going to be BBB on the side here. And Svensson just trying to find a way through there. And that's a poor touch by Brandt. Not great from him. And Sundowns win the ball back. So far in the poll, Sundowns is winning 100%, which is crazy good. Sundowns 100% on the poll vote. Vote up for your team, guys. And this is going to be on the left side here for Sundowns now. Just, trying to keep possession, trying to really play this one through, because, of course, that's what they did in the previous game. And this is actually a chance on the left side here with Williams. with Matthews. And here's Matthews, takes the shot. It's deflected nicely by Kobel. And Matthews still with the ball. And that is going to be a free kick for Dortmund. There, yeah, Matthew. He is looking good. I don't think he played last game. Let's check their previous game against Olsen. Did he play? Let's see. No, Zwane was playing on the left side. Yes, so Matthews is new. And he is looking fiery. Just like you said there, rolling with OG. Yeah, Matthews is looking like he is on fire this game. Already 2 breakaway chances within the first 5 minutes of this, really. And also, I don't know why my clock's lagged ahead. But there we go. We're now just about equal. Yeah, we're equal now. There we go. Sundowns just with the ball. Playing it back here to the back line. This is now Kakana just playing it all the way to Williams. Williams playing similar to Neuer in the previous match, where Neuer was coming very far out into the midfield, and that's what Williams seems to be doing once again here. He did it himself in the previous game against Olsen Hyundai. And now Sundowns playing this ball here to try and find a way through this Dortmund defense. There's a little bit of a skill by Allende, just showing a little bit of class there from him, but yeah, it's still now with Sundowns on the left side, Kakana. Lange, of course, got player of the match last time. He was brilliant, Lange. He got the statistical player of the match. I don't know if he was voted it. He might have been, but he was amazing. And we're going to see probably more of him in this game. Yeah, just a little bit of a skill there. It was actually Ribeiro with that nice little flick. That was a good one from him. And now this is BVB just winning a throw-in before and now playing it out from the back. Soulé to Guto. Now to Brandt, and now back to Soulé. Soulé to Kobel. Gregor Kobel just giving the ball down the field there, and it is going to be nicely controlled by Sundowns for a throw-in. That was not a good kick from Svensson, from Kobel to Svensson. Svensson didn't really pressure too much either. You hope Dortmund lose. They ruined your favourite player. Yeah, definitely. I think Dortmund are looking weak in this game so far. They've been looking weak in this tournament altogether. And it looks like, honestly, Sundowns could be a dark horse in this tournament, especially this group stage here. Leading currently the group with 4 points. Their next match is against Fluminense, who, again, as well, haven't been unbeaten. So far, no Brazilian team has been beaten in this tournament. The South American teams have been beaten, though, in total, because Boca did lose to Bayern yesterday in a very intense match. Do recommend watching my reaction to that one if you haven't already. But here it is now BVB on the right side. Long ball coming out, and this is going to be Svensson. And Jobe is open. No pass to him, though. It's now back onto the left side here. This is going to be Dortmund crossing in, and that is just nice and cleared away. It's going to be a corner. I was trying to find Guirassy there, but that is a brilliant clearance there from number 20, Kakana, just nicely tapping that out. And yes, a corner is going to be awarded to Dortmund, and it looks like that Gross will be taking this corner. And Gross ready to fire this one in. Players to watch out for, of course, Lange, Jobe Bellingham for Dortmund, Lange for Sundowns FC. Also, Matthews, as Roland with OG has said as well. We didn't see him in the last game, but yeah, we could see him very well perform excellently in this game. He does have the highest rating on the field currently, actually, with a 6.7, and it's only been, 8 minutes of gameplay, and he's got a 6.7 already. Here's Gross. Cross coming in. And that is going to back post, and it just goes over. It's going to be a goal kick. Do expect any of these 4 matches suspended today. I don't think any of them are hosted in Orlando Stadium, so not at the moment. No, I don't think there'll be a suspension, but we could really see something in, if it does, in the future happen in Orlando. Let's have a look actually on the weather map here to see if there's any sort of clouds around the USA. And no, it looks like, yeah, the US doesn't have many clouds around it. The cyclone has actually dissipated, which is good. So that means that there's going to be no tropical storm clouds moving over. There is quite a fair bit over Georgia, but otherwise there's not really any sort of weather threat, really. Most of the clouds are actually over Sudbury and Toronto in Canada. So there's going to be no real worries there. There's a London in in Canada. London, Canada. Wow. Didn't know that. And now this is Sundowns. Here's a chance for them actually. Oh, that was just a... Oh, this is a play. Holy, this is a chance for Sundowns to score. And there's a goal for Sundowns FC. It's 1-0, and they've done it. They've scored the opening goal against BVB, just passing it nicely through. I thought the touch initially wasn't great, but that was an amazing play there from, I think this is Williams, and they've all done the sleep emoji because BVB's defense is asleep. They're all sleeping there at the back because there's a goal, and it's 1-0, guys, for Sundowns FC. Chills, because they've really pulling an upset here for German fans, because Dortmund is looking pretty pathetic in this game. Sorry, Dortmund fans, they're not looking great. So yeah, it looks like there's a heavy touch initially, but actually just goes straight past the Dortmund defense there. Anton and Sule doing nothing. And that is going to be a goal for Sundowns. Yes, I'll put that. Here we go. Hand on the camera. There we go. And yes, it is a goal. Let's see who scores this one. I think that is Zwane, actually. Zwane scoring the opener, it looks like here. Oh, no, it's Ribeiro, sorry. My bad. Ribeiro scored. We just got it now, sorry. Of course, I don't really know the players' faces too much, so I can't really see, who scored it. But Ribeiro scored. Matthews with the assist. And what did we say about Matthews? Yes, I dyed my hair, Issa. It's got nice ash blonde frosted tips in it, which is a W's. I've had this before, I think 4 times. I've also full dyed once, but yeah, now back to this. Thank you, Issa. Appreciate it. I can't believe it. Sundowns just looking like they're going to dominate this game, really. They've had the most attacking chances, really. Dortmund, no shots on target. Yeah, Ribeiro, top talent. And he is only, how old is he? Most of Sundowns' team actually looks pretty young. Yeah, Ribeiro only 26 years old. Matthews 24. And here's a chance for Sundowns again on the right side here. This is going to be passed in. Oh, that was just a bit of a heavy cross there from Sundowns. Rayners just too heavy on that one. But they still have possession. You're waiting for your plane. Can't wait. Yes, W's, Issa. Let me know how the flight goes. Let me know when you're boarding, because I think you can still have, Wi-Fi while you're waiting for the plane to take off. W's. Yes, W's, Issa. Thank you so much. And now this is back all the way to Williams. Yeah, Sundowns team really just full of youth, talent. There's some, of course, squad age in here, of course, through Zwane, Mudau, and Williams. But yeah, this is brilliant from them. Matthews, yeah, getting the assist, and it is excellent. And there's actually been a shift of lineup on FootMob, so we can actually see what Sundowns is now running, because they've actually changed up the lineup here. And it shows that Rayners is going to be playing a winger instead of striker, and Matthews is now shifted to a striker position. Here's a chance for Guirassy, and it looks like Sundowns is very pressuring here, and it's going to be cleared out. It's going to be a corner for Dortmund. No, goal kick. Goal kick 1. I thought it was deflected off there, off of, it looked like Cupido, but no, it's going to be a goal kick there. Nice defense from him, that must mean. Very, very few Dortmund fans in this crowd. I got to say, Sundowns got more fans here. Again, BVB being showed up. Sundowns really actually trying to, showcase their team's quality, trying to showcase their fans, because this is really good from Sundowns, bringing South African football in full force to this Club World Cup. Just giving away, though, there. This is going to be BVB trying to bring it through Sule. And the ball is lost. Now it's Sundowns on the defensive. An early goal is what they needed as well. Oh, you got Wi-Fi on the plane as well? Oh, that's crazy. W's. So then you can watch on the plane too. That's W's. And then this is going to be a free kick for Sundowns. Yeah, so no delays I expect today. I think everything's going to be all nice and tidy here. Of course, the match is coming up for this Club World Cup. Is going to be, of course, this match, Sundowns versus Dortmund. We have Inter versus Red Diamonds, Fluminense versus Olsen, and River Plate versus Monterrey. Monterrey, another team to watch here. Another team that could be, upsetting and getting to the top of the table. I do think Inter is going to clean up against Red Diamonds, but they did, of course, fumble bigly against Monterrey. But, Monterrey deserved win, really, because they were just so much better. I mean, deserved draw. Sorry, it wasn't a win, but yeah. Our Speedy and DinoDoomz. DinoDoomz doing good. He's currently not here. Again, he's not going to be here for maybe this stream. Next stream, I don't know if he's going to be here either. But yeah, Speedy's also doing good. She's just outside of this room, having a bit of a rest. And because this room's kind of hot sometimes, so it's not really good for her. And there is a goal for Dortmund, unfortunately, just as I'm speaking, and it's by Nmencha. Dortmund do get one back. It's going to be tied up, but you know, Sundowns, lucky they scored that initial goal because that is going to be, you know, good for them to get back into this game, really. It's just back to square one, really. And let's see, Williams, I think, yeah, makes a mistake, just gives it to Dortmund, and he scores there in Nmencha. Not really much effort from him because Williams did a very, very bad pass. Unfortunately, he was playing class in the first game, but yeah, that is just that is not great from him. He's got a 4.3 rating now. His rating's tanked by 3 points, which is not great. So yeah, Williams a bit upset with that one. You can see it on his face clearly. He might have fumbled this goal for Sundowns, but BBB now back into this game. And so far, it's equal actually on the for the votes here. Dortmund 50%, Sundowns 50%. You know, so vote up if you haven't already. Vote up your favorite team. Vote up if you think it's a draw. I do think this will be possibly a win for Sundowns. They've just been better. That was an accident, that goal. But they've just been better in all senses, really, Sundowns in this game. And this is going to be a free kick for Sundowns FC. It looks like it will be a lawn taking. Hi, Clicks. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Williams. Williams won't be taking any more chances like that. Yeah, that was very sloppy from him. Hopefully he hasn't ruined it for Sundowns. I don't think he has because, of course, they're looking much better in this game. Dortmund, that's really a fluke goal for them at this point. But here's a chance for Sundowns actually on the right side. And that's going to be a throw-in for Sundowns. Nice clearance there by Bensebaini. Just a little bit of an injury there by Mudau, but he looks to be all right now, getting back up. Again, Williams was class the first game. I'm actually surprised he made such a mistake. And hi, Nerosion. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And it is now Williams with the ball. And now over to the left side here. It's going to be Langer. And now this is just being cleared down the side. Here's a bit of a breakaway. Luckily, Kobel clutching up again for Dortmund. Runs all the way out to the midfield to collect that loose ball. That, again, Dortmund just almost fumbling once again. There's a Real Madrid fan who actually catches the ball in the crowd and takes a selfie with it. Real Madrid fans everywhere. Williams, now over to the right side here. Looks like it's going to be Cupido. Now Williams again. Williams to Cupido. And that's a nice through ball, trying to find what would have been Ribeiro. But yeah, cleaned up nicely by Dortmund's defense there. Bensebaini doing a good job. And now it's back to Anton. Anton finding Jobe. Back to Anton here. Now Bensebaini. I do think Bensebaini was carrying the defense in Dortmund's game against Fluminense. But definitely, you know, I would like to see Jobe maybe perform a little bit for Dortmund here. Give them a little bit of a play because it's really going to show his quality. And then as well here, there's actually now with the ball Gross on the left side. Gross was pretty poor last game. There's a chance, and Dortmund just being clutched a save there from Williams. And Williams has kept Sundowns in with the tie at the moment, but that was very close to another goal for Dortmund there. Guirassy just not hitting it. And now this is a chance for Sundowns to go for another attack. It's a 3v3 currently. Now it's a 4v4. And here's Sundowns again, and it's just a brilliant tackle there from Anton to tidy up nicely. And that was great from, yeah, him. I think it was actually Sule. Sule there with that tackle, actually. Brilliant from him. And now Dortmund with the possession. I feel like Dortmund need to slow this game down a little bit if they want to, you know, have a bit more control, because it looks like at the moment Sundown just so deadly on those counterattacks. Dortmund are bringing their whole defense up the field, which is a bit risky. I would say that's very risky against a team like Sundowns, who is playing counterattack football at times where they really need to, because Dortmund, of course, are a very defensive-based team. But Dortmund Definitely a different shape to last time. Dortmund were playing almost park the bus against Fluminense last time. And here's a chance for Sundowns. Just on the left side, this is going to be Matthews. Matthews takes the shot, defended by Kobel, and that's just going to be cleared away by Sule. And now this is Dortmund again with the ball on this left side. It's Couto. Couto just passing it, and there's a little one-touch play from Jobe. And that is going to be now back to Sule. Sule just giving a cross over to where number 13 is Gross for Dortmund. And now this is going to go into the midfield here. Gross, long ball. And just given to Williams there, just gifted. Silver platter gift for Williams. Let's have a look at this Guirassy chance from before. Yeah, clutch save from Williams there. Really very good from him. And he kept Sundowns in this game perfectly there. A nice save. And then Kobel also with the save before. Both goalkeepers once again performing. As we've seen throughout this tournament with most games, the goalkeepers have been clutch. And it's going to continue here. It seems like this is going to be Williams just passing out to the right side. This is going to now be on here. Going to be Cupido back to Williams. And now Williams giving a nice pass over there to Mokoena. Langa. One-touch play with Kekana. Now this is on the left side. Just lost here. And this is going to be a nice through ball trying to find Dortmund. That was a okay chance there from Couto trying to find Brandt, but nah, not good enough. And Dortmund just trying to get back possession here, really, because, yeah, Sundowns are fast with it. And now this is on the right side here. Mudau, Cupido, Williams. Nice play by Williams there to find Mokoena. Okay, on the left side here, it is now, I think this Alond. Giving a nice through ball here. This is now for Sundowns. A attack forming. Lofted by Lond over to this right side here with Ribeiro. Ribeiro just one touches with Mudau, who's overlaps always into the right wing. Just like Lunga and Mudau both overlapping continually into that right wing and left wing position. Which is really providing a lot of attacking benefit for Sundowns. Both players showing a lot of pace, so they can track back into the right back and left back position when needed. But yeah, definitely a good sort of play style from them as wing backs. And this is going to be now Williams just passing to Cupido. And back to Williams here. It looks like Sundowns maybe toning the play tempo down themselves. Of course, Sundowns 63% possession with 169 passes already in this game. 22 minutes in, 169 passes, 89% accuracy. Dortmund 93 with 85% accuracy. So definitely Sundowns performing better on the possessional sense. And just trying to find some real space here. That is Ribeiro just passing back to Cupido. Now Williams. Hopefully we'll see more Williams clutch saves to really, you know, boost his statistics back up. Because he has now got 4.9. He did get, you know, 0.3 back from that goal error. And yeah, hopefully he can really, you know, re-showcase his skill like he did in the first game. And this is now on the right side here with Mudau. Mudau just trying to find some space. This is going to go back to Cupido. And now on the left side, Kekana. Langa. Now this is going to be a through ball trying to find Matthews. And there is a little bit of a play here for Sundowns now on the breakaway again. I think this is Matthews again. And he's going to hold the ball up. And it's just going to be cleared away by BVB. It's going to be a throw-in for Sundowns. Again, this is Matthews. So good on the attack. He is going to be really an interesting target for some clubs. Because, you know, this is an opportunity here for the Sundowns players to show so much quality and on the international stage. And possibly, you know, top clubs will starting to be having a bit of an interest in some of these players. For example, Matthews here, because he is looking very, very good, along with Lunga as well. Both exceptional players. Now back to Williams. And that is a long ball going out to try and find Rayners. And it's actually almost gifted by BVB, again with another loose ball, but luckily they do collect that up nicely with Anton and Sule both trying to cover that one. And play just stopped here because it looks like that Ribeiro is on the ground here with a little bit of a injury. And he's going to be checked on by the medics. And it's going to be a cooling break, actually, here. Cooling break for this game so far. Any thoughts on the game, guys? Let me know in the chat. Score predictions as well. Drop them below. I'll rate them. For me, I think this is going to be a 3-2 Sundowns win. I think maybe there might be one other mistake that could lead to a goal. Or could be a set-piece chance, really. Because, of course, Dortmund are dangerous on the set pieces. But, yeah, Sundowns, I do think, will get this dub here because they've just been so much better in terms of, you know, possession, attacks. They've been good on defense as well. There was just a little mistake, of course. But, of course, they have been very good in all aspects, really, of this game. Yeah, Williams just giving the goal there to Nmencha, who's going to be pleased to get one back for his team, really. And, yes, cooling break for both sides. 26 minutes into this game as well. Just waiting for there. Just both coaches having a team talk with their players. Miguel Cardoso, of course, the coach for Sundowns, and Niko Kovac, the coach for Dortmund. Some AC Milan fans in the crowd as well. There. AC Milan fans, Real Madrid fans, just popping up into different games today. Love to see it. And here we go. The cooling break is ending right now, and it looks like that Sundowns might have got quite a fair bit of advice there from their coach, as well as Dortmund. So we might see a little bit of change of play. We really have to, it has to depend really on what the coach has said there. TQL Stadium in very hot sun, so definitely no delays for this match unless, of course, a storm randomly forms over the stadium. That is a 0% chance of happening, though, because of how hot and sunny it looks out there in the TQL Stadium. Of course, the referee is Juan Gabriel Benitez. I actually, last night, when the referee was shown on screen, I actually managed to guess the previous game that I'd seen with that same referee. I don't know how. It was in a AFC Champions League game. I actually remember the exact game it was, because that memory really, you know, shining there for me. But here we go. Going to be a drop ball for Dortmund. And Gross will be taking the drop ball. Now over to the centre here, Anton Bensebaini. Bensebaini back to Anton. Over to this right side, Sule. Through ball finding Kuto. And back to Sule. Gross. Jobe. And just loses it. And now this is Sundowns. Sundowns with a chance here again on the attack. They is looking deadly. And here's a chance for Sundowns. And it's going to be a shot by Ribeiro. And that is just deflected off for a corner. Wow. What a sudden chance for Sundowns. They really just pull out something from absolutely nowhere there. And it's going to be a corner for them. Brilliant play by Sundowns FC here. Look at this. So originally just, you know, Ribeiro taking two shots there actually. The first one blocked and the second one, of course, blocked by the defenders. But really just, you know, showing a lot of pace here, these forwards for Mamelodi Sundowns. Which is brilliant. And this is going to be Sundowns again, taking the volley shot just over the bar. That was not a good shot. A little bit of waste possession. I mean, you can try those, but yeah, just a bit of a waste. And it's going to be Kobal's goal kick. Score predictions below, guys, if you have any. And now Kobal is going to be taking this one. Now onto the right side here is Sule. Long ball going over to try and find Jobe. Good little play from Jobe, actually. A nice little chip over. And this is going to be now with the ball. Bensabani. And just lost by the touch there from Svensson. This is Sundowns again on the attack. And it's just cleaned up nicely by a combination of Nmencha and Jobe with the little bit of Gengen press there. And now this is going to be number 10, Bront, just passing it on there to Kuto. Kuto now with the ball just outside the box. This is now going to be Nmencha back to this area down deep. And now Svensson on the left side. Gross, and it's a corner. Won by Gross. Gross will be taking this corner. I think it's going to be it's going to be a lob corner in. It's not going to be a short corner. It's going to be a lob corner in. There is the option to go short, of course. There is a BVB player right next to Gross there. But I think this one's going to be crossed in. Because there is a lot of danger in the box there. Guirassy, Sule, Anton, Bensabani. And here's the cross coming in. And caught by Williams through all the cross fire there. All the players running in for that jump. And Williams catches that nice and easy. Target was Guirassy. But yeah, Williams just rising up to catch all of that. And now it is a ball trying to reach Sundowns' attack. And it is won by Dortmund. It's going to be a throw for BVB. Svensson just holding the throw just for a little bit. Svensson getting ready to throw. Still waiting. He might get a yellow card here soon if he delays anymore. No, there's the throw to Bront. And it is lost. And it's going to be Sundowns with the ball. Nice little pass there by Sundowns number 18's 1A to try and find some possessional play. Hi, Elena. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Now, Mudau. And that is won by Dortmund. This is going to be Jobe Bellingham. Just passes to Bront. There's a little one touch trying to find Guirassy from Bront. And it doesn't do so because Sundowns cleaned that one up. Nice and easy. Smash like for Fluent Football. And it's going to be now Sundowns on the left side here with Matthews. Here is an open field. It's a 3v4. And Matthews still with the ball here. And Nmencha now the one defending him. And that is given away by Matthews. I think he was trying to find Alon there. But Alon on the same wavelengths as him. And it's just cleared away by BBB for a Sundowns throw-in. I think that was a bit unnecessary, actually, because it could have been played on. Matthews did get a meg there against, I think that was Sule. I think. I don't know. Couldn't really tell who that was from that short little frame. And this is back here to Sundowns. All the way at the defensive line. This is now Mudau with the ball. All the way back to Williams. Statistics for so far in terms of possession. Sundowns 63% of the ball is possessed, whereas Dortmund 37%. Sundowns have had 218 passes with an 88% accuracy. Here's a chance for Dortmund. And Dortmund cross this one in. And it rises. Guirassy scores. It's 2-1 for BVB. Guirassy doing the shooting celebration there with the little finger guns. Yeah, BVB goal. 2-1. Sundowns just not great there on the sort of defensive. Once again, we see a little bit of a giveaway, I think it was. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so Sundowns with possession just given away. And then BVB have a short attack there with Bront and Guirassy linking up with each other twice in a row there to get a goal. Also brilliant play by, I think it was Nmencha, to do the setup as well there. Nice setup from Nmencha. You do like a 1-2 with Bront. Bront crosses up, and then Guirassy, yeah, finishing. So Dortmund are leading now with, worse statistics technically. But, now they've got more shots, more big chances, one big chance missed, whereas Sundowns have had one big chance, and of course that was the one scored. But BVB, definitely deadly on the headers. I feel like there should be a little bit more defensive awareness from Sundowns in terms of, crosses coming in the box. I do think Williams could have run out for that one, but I don't know. It's really too hard to tell at this point. Sundowns do need to, pick up the pace on the attack here, though. Maybe get level before halftime, because if they get 2-2, you know, that's going to be a big advantage going into the second half, because it's really all to play for then in the next half for both teams. Whereas right now, Sundowns a goal deficit. And it's going to be over to Ribeiro, I think it was. Yes, and then he's just won here a throw-in, I think, for Dortmund, because he just kicked it straight out. Svensson throws and finds Brandt. Brandt passing over, and this is going to be now Couto. Couto with the ball. Couto still passing out to the right side here. And that is going to go all the way back to Sule in the defense. Of course, we could see, you know, very well BVB, if they concede again, they're going to really be playing park the bus football. So that's why, really, Sundowns do need the goal in the first half, because it's going to be dangerous. Because park the bus football from BVB it's boring to watch, but it's very effective, because they can stop any team from scoring if they really want to go defensive mode the whole time. Hi Zo3Ella, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And of course, guys, with, you know, 6 minutes to halftime or so. Sorry, not 6 minutes. I think it's like 8 minutes, and then at any additional time. If you enjoy this type of content, smash like, smash subscribe. You know, I really appreciate it if you do that, guys, because it helps out a ton. And this is now on the right side here for Cupido. And this is Williams just passing over to the left here. Now it's going to be Langer. Back to Williams. And now it's just going to be passed over to Mudau. Mudau back to Williams. So I think Sundowns' best chance really is to sort of settle the play, you know, create a lot more ball possession than what I mean, they've already got most of the ball possession. There's definitely no doubt about it. But settle the play from Dortmund counter-attacks and giving the ball to them, because that is where Dortmund have been most deadly. Of course, the first goal doesn't really count, but that goal there really just shows, you know, how deadly Dortmund are on winning the ball in the attacking half. And Sundowns do get actually a chance here, and it's just nicely tidied by Anton, it looks like. And he just goes and clears that down to Mudau. Mudau passes through ball there to, I think that was Rayners, and then Rayners has just been fouled here. I think this is going to be a free kick for Sundowns, unless, of course, Gross also fell. So we'll see. Was it Anton? Yeah, Anton also did fall there. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick, though, for Sundowns. Yeah, just a little kick on Rayners' foot. He actually causes Gross to fall, too. So there is a couple of falls in the box there, but, yep. Looks like Svensson's also a little bit injured, just holding his hip, but it is going to be between Allende and Ribeiro taking this free kick. If Sundowns score from here, that would be really big for them, getting a goal back. Of course, now only about 7 minutes until halftime in regular time, of course. And that's going to be Allende crossing in, and it's just headed away by BVB. Just controlled outside the box, though. And this is now Sundowns with the ball. Sundowns, Allende just calling. There's a shot that is really wild. Should have really passed to Allende. He was calling on the right side there. But there, another wild shot. Again, I think that was by Kakana. Might be wrong. He did take the volley from before. Yeah, I think that was either it was Mokwena or Kakana. I think it was Mokwena, actually. And BVB, Guirassy there with a brilliant pass to Jobe Bellingham. A little bit of a no-look scorpion. And that is going to be the ball still for Jobe. Advantage played. What can Jobe do here? Pass it out to the side for Svensson. It's going to be now Gross. Gross trying to hold up, and Mudau with a good defensive maneuver there. Very good from Mudau. And that's going to be a throw-in for Sundowns. Yeah, that initial play by Jobe, where he is actually fouled, but he does get up there nicely. Love to see that he's not diving, you know, and staying down, because there was a clear advantageous play. That's what Vinny should really do in, you know, Real Madrid. BVB using their wing-backs very well. Yes, that's what we did kind of see against Fluminense, just not to good quality, because Fluminense, of course, were playing good. and BVB were also a bit underestimating these teams that aren't from Europe. But now they've really gone here and played their main squad, you know. Couto and Svensson are great, as well as Suno and Bensebaini filling in the winger positions when they drop out the side. Of course, Svensson and Couto are listed as midfielders, but they're really actually playing both attack and defence. Everywhere on the field, those two are, along with Gross as well. He's been everywhere, showing up on the left wing, the DM position, the centre-back position. He has been actually every single location for Dortmund. And Mudau just there collecting a long ball, a wasted long ball from Dortmund's defence. And this is going to be passed out to Mudau. And it is going to all the way to Kobel. Just a little bit of possession one for Dortmund there. My prediction still on though, 3-2. I did say 3-2 as my prediction. Don't know what your guys was, but mine was 3-2. I think that is still going to happen. Come back. And this is going to be Sundowns now, because Sundowns really have been looking so great on their counter. Of course, Dortmund did. The first goal was one in the goal position, basically. There was literally no effort in that one. The second goal was, of course, a brilliant build-up from a chance one in the attacking half. But Sundowns really just have had, you know, all the chances here. And it's now going to be Sundowns. Not as bad as yesterday. Byron and Boca both missing literally open goals, I think it was. Or was it, yeah, also in the LAFC game, Boanga missing, you know, those easy chances to finish. There was literally a 1v1 against the keeper where he should just chipped it over, and he didn't really, I was disappointed with him, because he's supposed to be their best player in the MLS. I was told that in the stream. But yeah, he didn't really show it too well. And there, thank you, Clicks, appreciate that. Yeah, I actually like it. I really like this haircut. And this is going to be now Brandt. All the way down to this left side for Dortmund. Jobe. I think Jobe was offside, but he's still going to have the ball here. Here's a chance for Jobe. He just crosses out. It's going to be a offside. There we go. Offside was called very late there. Don't know why. Yes, I've got ash blonde hair color. Clicks. That's why it's looking a bit light throughout the different thing. You can kind of see it when I'm close up there. And this is going to be Sundowns with the ball. Is it permanent? Yes, it's a permanent dye, but it does go away since my hair grows very fast. You just, of course, trim it and then it disappears, you know. My hair grows very fast, guys. Like, I'll have to get a haircut again in like 4 weeks. That's how fast it grows. Or 3 weeks. So it won't even be that long. Last I got the haircut yesterday. The last I got a haircut was like 3 weeks before that. So, yeah. And I got like almost completely short. And then you guys saw it like the other day, how long it was. This time I didn't really trim it too short, because I do want to have for the dye, you have to have it kind of long. But yeah. It's going to be now, I think this is, yeah, BVB having a throw-in. It's going to be Soulé taking the throw-in. Soulé looks like an absolute unit. I forgot to mention that in the previous stream. I don't know. It wasn't in Saudi, though, that I got this haircut. I got it in Bahrain. And this is going to be now on the left side here for Svensson. And that is a nice clean-up by Sundowns. Because no hairdresser actually does this colour in my town, so we have to go to Bahrain through the causeway to get it. And now it's back over to BVB on the back here. This is going to be Anton just passing back to Kobel. Now Bensebaini over to Svensson. And now back from Svensson to Bensebaini. Just Dortmund trying to build up that possession stat, because, of course, they were lacking in it. Possession, you know, very important to show, you know, a team's dominance in a game. Yeah, Bahrain. I've had this haircut, you know, 4 times before. I love the ash blonde dye. This is the 4th time, I think. But it's so good. I love it. I've got a full color before this. But yeah, it's been actually kind of a while since I last got this one. I think the last time I had this die was like 6 or 7 months ago. But yeah, now back again. Ash Blonde error. Not the full die error yet for the YouTube channel. And here's a chance. Williams, brilliant save. And Jobe with control. Jobe hits it on the volley. It's a goal. That should have been a save from Williams. And Jobe just doing the volley there and gets the goal for Dortmund. He has been great so far. 3 additional minutes. Unfortunately, it doesn't look great for Sundowns now because that should have been a save from Williams. They're just lacking the dive. He should be more focused, I think. The initial save, brilliant, I gotta say. Sorry, just had to cough there. And then, yeah, he should have dove for that one. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Brandt, nice cross. Jobe control, should have dove left, but yeah. Oh, it might have been a bit of a deflection there, actually, so it might off-put the goalkeeper a little bit. But yeah, you only watch some... Okay, no problem. Zo3Ella. No problem. All good W's. And that is going to be a Sundown kickoff here with about 3 minutes left of additional time. And Dortmund just doing a lot of pressure here. This is going to be a free kick for Sundowns. I feel like Sundowns really took, you know, a big mentality hit with that initial goal. Because it looks like that really off-put them a little bit because they were doing great until, of course, Dortmund scored the equaliser. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be that much of a mentality hit, but that's what it kind of seems like now for the defence, actually. Not so the attack. The attack's been doing pretty decent, but the defence really has taken almost this mentality hit, especially Williams has lost a little bit of confidence in this game, which I can't feel sorry for him. He just, you know, gives away that first goal. And it looks like now he's sort of got a bit of lack of confidence from him in the play. And here's a chance for Mudau. Just cleared away nicely by Dortmund, though. Benzabaini. That. And now it's back to the right side here. Couto now with the ball. And it is going to be a free kick for BVB. Couto winning that free kick. And now it's going to be back to... the left side here, where Svensson's waiting. Svensson passes a nice through ball to Jobe. See what Jobe does here. He passes back to Svensson. Svensson, through ball to Nmencha. Nmencha back to Svensson. Svensson cross coming in to Guirassy. Guirassy, headers on target, saved by Sundowns Williams. Good save by him. That was a good header as well by Guirassy. Nice little header there. I do think Adeyemi should have started instead of Brandt again. Brandt hasn't been top in these games for Dortmund here. He is, of course, I'm pretty sure the captain, but he has not been up there. I mean, he did get an assist, 7.1. He did have a good play, you know, in terms of impact for that, the first actual in-play goal from like a Dortmund attack. But, yeah, definitely I feel like he should... be replaced by Adeyemi after halftime because Adeyemi, I feel like, has more of an impact in terms of attacking pace. Might counter, you know, this defensive, you know, strength on the wing backs for Mamelodi Sundowns because Sundowns obviously have the likes of Mudau and Langer on the back who are very fast and they've been playing excellent once again. This is another match where it's the wing backs playing at, you know, top condition. And, of course, let's see the player ratings here. So Langer with a 5.8, Kekana 5.6, Cupido 5.7, Mudau 5.7, Williams with a 4.4, Mokoena with a 4.9, of course costing the second goal from the giveaway, Alon 6.3, Zwane 6.2, Matthew 7.7, he's been very good, Rayners 6.4, Ribeiro 7.7, he scored the goal. And now for Dortmund, 6.2 Kobel, Sule 6.4, Anton 6.7, Benzabaini 6.5, Couto 6.6, and Nmencha 7.6, Gross 7.1, Bellingham 7.3, Svensson 6.7, Guirassy 7.5, and Brandt 7.1. So far, this half has been very entertaining. A lot of goals. You know, it's 3-1. I do think Sundowns can get one in the second half. Maybe if their coach makes a proper tactical decision-making skills and changes up the play. Of course, Dortmund did a good job of that because after that water break, they really scored all their goals. I'm pretty sure it was after the water break at least. But yeah, now it is going to be a play here for Sundowns. We'll see if they can really, you know, re-emphasize getting back into the lead. Let's pause the timer there and bring it back to the halftime thing, because right now is halftime here at this stadium, the TQL. And appreciate all you guys watching. If you have your score predictions, again, drop them down below. I'll rate them. Any thoughts on the first half as well, let me know. I'll rate those. But honestly, my thoughts are that BVB really did do a nice turnaround there with the you know, tactical awareness from the Dortmund coach there, and Niko Kovac, really showing a little bit of class by, you know, putting some emphasis on this play, showing how important this tournament actually is going to be for them, because that performance in the first, you know, period before the water break really reminded me of the Fluminense game, where Dortmund were not trying, giving away the ball easily in defense, but now they look kind of strong. They actually do look like a stronger team. And at the moment, it stands where Sundowns still are, you know, in second position with this loss. They'll still be on 3 points. It really all relies on Fluminense losing or drawing to Ulsan Hyundai, which I don't think is going to be that likely. So as it stands, Dortmund are going to be 4 points in first. Sundowns 3 points in second. Fluminense third with 1 point, and Ulsan Hyundai with 0 points in last place, fourth. Of course, if Sundowns do finish second in this group after the finals group of the game, we will see where we'll see them second in, of course, what game is this? This is a Group F game. So there'll be 2F versus, I think, 1E. Let's see, 2F versus 1E. So who is first in Group E? Let's take a look here at Group E. River Plate at the moment stand in first, but either Monterrey Inter could really come back here and get to a first pole position. Monterrey playing River Plate today, actually, which we'll be streaming live, of course, so smash subscribe for that one. But Monterrey will, if they win, go into 4 points at the top of this group, with River Plate in second with 3 points. Of course, Inter could also get 4 points here and go into second position, along with Monterrey in first. But all depends on, you know, River Plate's form, Monterrey's form, Inter's form, and Red Diamond's form. Hi, Ion. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. And hopefully, yeah, we see some more goals in this next half. I'm just going to get a drink of water, but you guys can drop your thoughts on this first half, your thoughts on what's going to happen in the second half, and also, yeah, anything else you'd like to ask. Any questions you want to ask me, I'll answer during halftime. Of course, think of halftime maybe as like a Q&A, really. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of water. I'll be back in 1 minute. You can watch the fish tank as well while I get it. Back again here. Okay. So I just pull this up here. So let's see as well. Did we read out the stats? I think we didn't read out the stats for this half. I think we just read them out like the 30th minute or so. So I'll read those stats out. Okay, I got the stats up. So 60% possession for BVB, 40% for, sorry, 60% possession for Sundowns, sorry. I keep thinking BVB's yellow, Sundowns is yellow. For this game, 0.88 expected goals for Sundowns, 6 total shots, 2 shots on target, 1 big chance, 0 big chance missed, 293 accurate passes with an 88% accuracy, 3 fouls committed, 1 corner. For BVB, 40% possession, 1.85 expected goals, 5 total shots, 5 shots on target, Big chances, 4. Big chances missed, 2. Accurate passes, 181, 85% accuracy. Fouls committed, 6. And corners, 2. So BBB definitely got better stats in terms of, attacking chance. But, of course, Sundowns better possessional stats, better, less fouls committed, less corners, though, and more accurate passes, which is all good. And they've missed 0 big chances. They've had 1, but they've missed 0. Technically, Dortmund done better there, though. Big chances, 4, missed 2, so they've actually took 2 and scored. Yes, okay. W's, guys, as well. I just want to see, some more goals. Some more goals would be great, and really showcase these types of games, as some fun ones. The next game coming up is going to be between, if we look here, yes, Inter Red Diamonds at 10 p.m. today, my time, which is in about 2 hours from 4 minutes later. So in 2 hours and 4 minutes, we'll see that Inter versus Red Diamonds game. Otherwise, yes, just hope this game is going to be entertaining, In the votes, in terms of votes here, you guys have voted Sundowns a win, 53%. Still possible, definitely. I did say a 3-2, but it is now 3-1, so we could easily see here 3-3, 4-3. We could see BUB getting 4-3, 4-2. It really just depends on, though, if Sundowns can make some tactical, changes in the dressing room here for the second half, because, of course, their first half play before that water break was insane. But yeah, Dortmund getting a little bit of a tactical break from the cooling break, and it's really allowed them to, shift their perspective into this game and, contribute for more goals than what they would have had if there. I don't think there would have been a water break, and there wouldn't have been, goals like they've scored here before halftime. And Dortmund is 41% vote for a win, which at the moment is the most likely, and then there's 6% chance for a draw, which could happen here very well. I'm actually starting to think a draw is more likely if Sundowns do get back into this game and play like they did in the first sort of half at the start. That's most likely now for me, at least, because, scoring 3 goals is hard. It's not impossible, but it's definitely hard. They're going to have to get one very close to the start of this next half if they want to, stay in this game and have a chance to win. But yeah, so far, this game showing a lot of chance for quality. And that is what we like to see. Okay, next half starts here. Let's actually check on FootMob when the next half starts. Half time. 5 minutes until the next half, guys. 5 minutes until the next half. If you want to ask me any questions, yeah, go ahead. I'll read out any sort of questions that you guys have for me. And I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. That Bayern Boca games yesterday was so fun, by the way. That was a very, very good game. Bayern, though, playing like Al Nassr Duran and not being able to finish a single chance, really, because it was in the first half there, they had like so many chances for an open goal, and they just kept on missing. It was actually very, very poor from Bayern's finishing. Olis did get player of the match for that one, 8.6. Rating, but the voted player of the match, of course, was Harry Kane with an 8.4 rating, goal and assist, which was, deserved. Both players really deserved it, so it could be neither one of them winning player of the match there. We also had LAFC versus Esperance yesterday, which did end up getting Ben Said the player of the match in terms of statistics, 8.8, got a save, but the voted player of the match, of course, Baleli, scoring the goal to win Esperance the game, but Ben Said really clutched up with that pen save very late into the game. It was like the 90 plus 6 minute pen save. The third save of this tournament as well in the penalty. Of course, the other saves were by Istari in game 1 and Bunu with Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. So now 3 saves in total from the penalty spot. The goalkeepers all clutching up in this tournament, and this is more like a tournament of the goalkeepers rather than a on-field players. The goalkeepers really just showing up for these tournaments here. And what other games do we have here that we could really, have some sort of ideas on here? We had Flamengo versus Chelsea. A bit of an embarrassment for Chelsea, really, because Nicholas Jackson did sort of fumble it for them. He did apologise after saying it was his fault for the loss, which I do believe it was, because as soon as he came on, the chances stopped. he got a red card. Delap was doing brilliantly up until he came off. I know it says 6.1 here, but really, stats don't always tell everything, and Delap was honestly brilliant in terms of controlling the ball, having some opportunities, passing it back into the field. Neto obviously getting a goal in that game for Chelsea, the only goal. He's now scored the opening goal in both games for Chelsea. But yeah, Flamengo then coming back with Danilo, Plata, 2 assists, player of the match, 8.7 rating, and Enrique, who got, I think, voted player of the match with a 7.9 rating, a goal and an assist after coming on in the 56th minute. We also saw Benfica annihilate Auckland after a 2-hour delay to the match, 6-0. That delay really helped out Benfica because they, completely shifted their play style. Di Maria scored a hat-trick of penalties in this tournament so far. All of his goals, all 3 have been penalties. 1 against Boca Juniors and 2 against Auckland City. So, yes, as it stands, Di Maria hasn't scored an open field goal. He did get player of the match with a 9.4. He created the most chances, I think. Most passes in the game, 64. He had an 85% accurate pass rate. Big chances created. Yeah, 1. He won a penalty. 6 shots, 4 on target. He had a 1.67 chance for expected goals. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, the fault for that Chelsea loss was the substitutions, exactly. I did say Nicholas Jackson as a sub was bad, but really Enzo Maresca did not do a good job on terms of timing for substitutions. The substitution choice, and yeah, it really wasn't great from him. I feel like Madueke should have come on in the start of the second half instead of bringing Nicholas Jackson on around that time. If we look at here what substitutions were made, of course we saw Delap, James, and Fernandez and Palmer all come off. Fernandez and Palmer came off 82nd minute. Delap and James came off at the 64th. We did see Lavia come on for Reece James and Nicholas Jackson come on for Delap. I really think Delap should have stayed. James should have shifted to a right-back position. Gusto should have come off for Lavia. Because James, I don't really see any problem with him. He was playing in the DM position, which isn't his position. So, again, don't know why he came off. But, yeah, Jackson was not a good choice. Madueke should have came on half-time, shifted Neto to the right side. Maybe take off Cole Palmer. He's not been on form in this tournament. I'm sorry, Cole, because I love him as a player, but he's just not been doing it so far. And then put on Madueke maybe on the left side for some pace to get around, Wesley and Danilo, because Danilo and Wesley both have that pace that sort of Chelsea weren't showing to get around. Delap was the only one really breaking through the defensive line at points and forcing Rossi to come out, to make the saves. Sanchez also a good rating, 7.3, even though he conceded goals. He was very clutch in the goalkeeper position. And, of course, we saw, Colwill doing some good on the line clearances. He did that in the first half, but yeah, it wasn't in the end that great for Chelsea. Hopefully, next game, Chelsea are going to be facing Esperance. So as it stands here, if Chelsea lose to Esperance, then Esperance will be going through to the round of 16. If Chelsea win, they will be going through to the round of 16. So really, it's just a matter of decisions, really, if Chelsea can perform, if Enzo Maresca can, make the right choices and not fumble the substitutions. Luckily, Jackson has a red card, so we won't have to see him next game. Delap will get to play the whole time, I assume, unless there's like a last-minute change or an injury for, someone else to have a little bit of chance if Chelsea are winning the game. But Delap, yeah, again, he is looking good for Chelsea. I do have to say that was one positive, again, of the Chelsea match. And here, the players are coming back on. BVB players all on the field and Sundowns all on the field. It looks like there's going to be 2 substitutions maybe. We'll check here if the subs are going to come on just yet or if maybe they're not going to be coming on. And it looks like that no subs are going to be made. Okay, no substitutions as of yet, it looks like, which is going to be interesting. We'll see how it plays out, without any substitutional changes. Maybe just some tactical changes from the Sundowns coach. And we'll see how Maresca, how Dortmund reacts to these, possible tactical changes from Sundowns. And if Williams can, clutch up for his team like he did last time. Against, I think it was against LA they played last time, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, they played Olsen. I'm getting mixed up between Group F and E. Really getting those groups mixed up there. And it's now halftime. Just remembered the timer there. Lucky I didn't leave that one any longer. And this is already a chance here for Chelsea, and it goes out for a corner. Sorry, what am I saying? I'm actually genuinely getting so confused. It's because I was talking about Chelsea the whole half. That was a chance for Dortmund, and it goes out for a corner. How is this game? This game is going good so far in terms of goals. Not for a Sundowns fan point of view, because really Sundowns should have been, winning this, but they did have 2 giveaways leading to a goal. BVB happy that they've really got, 3 goals here in the first half, because in terms of play, Dortmund weren't looking good until, of course, as I said before, the water break. Now I'm getting back into saying the actual teams' names and not just, reverting to my brain having some sort of thing where I'm mentioning to other teams who aren't even playing. Also, welcome Basic Voice. Hope you're having a nice day. And this is going to be a cross by Gross. Coming wide, just headed away there by Sundowns. And that's going to be a free kick for Sundowns FC. As it stands, the lineups remain the same. Williams is the goalkeeper. Langa Kekana. Sorry. What is happening today, guys? Kekana, Cupido, and Mudau. Mukoena, Matthews, Alond, Zwane, and Ribeiro, Rayners. And for Dortmund, it's still the same with Kobel, Sule, Anton, Benzabaini, Guto, Nmencha, Ross, Bellingham, Svensson, Brandt, and Guirassy. So there are both lineups there for both teams. No changes. And here's Dortmund with the ball in the box. This is Guirassy just winning a nice little clearance down the field from Dortmund's defense into the box side. Now he's going to actually bring it back down the field here and actually gives it to Sundowns. That was bad from Guirassy, because now Sundowns have a chance to go on a break here. It's a 3v3. Now it's a 3v4. And here we go, Sundowns on the side here. This is Matthews just passing it in. Nice touch by Alon. Now this is a shoal. No. What is that? That is not ideal at all. Make sure as well, guys, I'm going to put this link in the chat to vote for the player of the match here. play.fifa.com/Potham. Vote up the player of the match there. Vote up the player of the match. You can go and copy that link into the your search engine, and it should allow you to vote for who you think is the player of the match for this game. And this is going to be Sundowns just collecting a ball, just cleared down the field by, I think that was Anton. And now this is Williams with the ball. Williams passing out to the right side with Mudau. Mudau back to Cupido. Mudau now. Mudau just showing some pace here, coming out on the right side. He's actually passing three players there, and it's just cleared away nicely by Benzabaini. He's actually kept it in, Benzabaini, and it's going to be now Dortmund with the ball. Just playing around, trying to find a real, opening space here, Dortmund. Ball going back to the goalkeeper. This is now Gregor Kobel. And now over to this right side here. Just lost, and that is going to be a throw-in for Dortmund. And now this is going to be, still waiting to see who's going to take this throw for Dortmund. Couto. Looks like the one that's going to be throwing. Couto is going to throw this to Brandt. Now Couto down the field here to find Guirassy. Guirassy just tidied up away from the ball by Sundowns, and Sundowns still have possession. Alon there with a brilliant skill to win that one. Kekana. Now it's Mudau. Back to Kekana. What are the predictions for this game? Well, I still think Sundowns can come back in as long as they, keep up their attacking pressure in the first half that they did. Maybe make, the tactical changes from that half-time. We haven't really seen them just yet. They do look still very dangerous on the counter-attack and also bringing the ball fast up the field on the wing side. Of course, Mudau and Langa having a faster pace than, these wing-backs No, it's not actually a funny, it's not a joke, Basic Voice. The comeback is possible because at the start, Sundowns actually looked like to score 3 or 4 goals. Dortmund were awful. And they've really just, 2 of these Dortmund goals are just giveaways by the keeper. Now, the European teams are not as strong as you think. I know on paper they technically are, but they're not as strong as we think. Really, Bayern's the only one that there's really a good, sort of European team in this tournament so far. Yeah, they did miss their chances, but, it was a good save from Kobel. And also, of course, Dortmund just getting the ball for free in the box for the first goal, and the second goal just given away again. So, really, the only goal scored from, a proper play is probably the third goal. But even that, Williams should have saved that. He was not doing great there. Again, another goalkeeper mistake. That's really actually tanked his rating down a lot in this game. Sigma Boy actually said yeah to that. You're in Cox Bazaar, and I can't join the next 2 to 3 days, but I promise I'll be back soon. No problem, Ian. Yeah, just have a nice time wherever you are. Yeah, the different small details, exactly. I do think the goalkeeper errors from Williams have really cost the game here, though, more so than defense for Sundowns. The Williams was showing class in the first game against, of course, it was Olsen Hyundai, but yeah, the goalkeeper errors have cost here. I really think the strongest team in terms of from being the CAF region or the AFC region, the Asian region, is probably going to be Al Hilal in this tournament. However, yeah, I can see, the possibility of one of these CAF teams really, pulling up into the round of 16, maybe with a good chance. Yeah, W's. So, yeah, hope your results come back good, Ian. Hope you get the results you want. And, yeah, I'll be hoping for you, I'll be hoping for you. This is now Sule throwing down to Anton. Sule. And this is going to be a ball for Sule again. Dortmund, of course, in the first game in this tournament were very, very bad. But now that they've come back here and really shown a little bit of, freedom to play. I think that's the result of playing Jobe, Bellingham in the midfield, and Nmencha pairing up with him has been really good. Brandt has turned up a little bit in this game. I mean, I still think Adeyemi should maybe come on instead of him soon in this half, just because Adeyemi is just showing pace, can outpace, these very fast wing backs on Sundowns. But yeah, as it stands, really, Dortmund will be, securing a nice, lovely 3 points to go, top of the table. No, Al Hilal are a Saudi team, so they're not going to be owned by Qatar. First of all, and the second thing is that Al Hilal are owned by the Public Investment Fund, who own Newcastle. So Newcastle's the one with the same owners, but Newcastle, the difference is, doesn't receive as much investment as Al Hilal, Al Nassr, Ittihad, Ali, all the 4 teams owned by the PIF. Here's a chance for Sundowns, actually. Here's a fast breakaway once again on it, and this is going to be Ribeiro. Ribeiro passing out to Alon. This is Alon, takes a shot that is looking to be a deflection. No, this is going to be a goal kick. That was a very wide shot for Sundowns there. That was very close to another goal again. Just these fast breakaways. The Dortmund defense can't seem to handle in terms of like the pace of these forwards here. But yeah, nicely, defended there by Sule. It is going to be a goal kick. Kobel just passing to Sule. Given away by Sule. Here's a chance. Again, very quick. Alon takes the shot, a bit of rush shot there. And here's a chance for Sundowns. And it just hits the crossbar. It's going to be offside, though. Hits the crossbar. That was so close. Definitely. I do think, Juve and City in the round of 16 will be strong. Al Hilal. The autocorrect funny. Al Hilal mean Juve or City. I do think Al Hilal, with Inzaghi, very strong in terms of, players. We saw, of course, the best Saudi player on their team, Salem Al-Dosri, the best Saudi player of all time, creating so many chances on that left side for Hilal, is actually very strong. Kobel just giving the ball away here again. What is this? Dortmund's fumbling again. This is what we saw in the Fluminense game. Their defense just absolutely capitulating here, and now they've given the ball to Sundowns again. This is a chance for Sundowns now on the right side. Ribeiro just passing through. And this is Sundowns with the ball. Just doing a shot. There's a handball appeal. It looks like it might be a handball, but the referee is allowing play to go on. He's going to stop here to check for a handball. He's stopping. I do think this is a handball here by Dortmund. It could be a penalty for Sundowns FC. If there is a penalty, the most likely one to take this is either going to be Matthews or Rayners. I don't think anyone else will take, maybe Ribeiro. Let's see, the penalty might be given here. Of course, this penalty will be big because Sundowns need an early goal in this game to get back in into this game. Of course, if they get through, they'll either be versing Monterrey, River Plate, or Inter in first place in the group stage. If they get through here, it actually looks like to be a free kick, not a penalty. Unfortunately, there was no handball there for Sundowns fans. And it looks like it will be now Mokwena taking this free kick or Ribeiro. I haven't seen Sundown take a free kick yet, so I don't know the danger they possess. But we will see any moment now. Also, our time is 1 second behind. There we go. Kobel just positioning the wall where he likes. And Mokwena is telling his players actually where to go, so he can maybe get this one nicely done. Of course, Mokwena was missing a couple of chances before on the volley. It wasn't really great from him in terms of volleys, and also the outside box shot from the corner rebounds, but maybe he's got a good free kick. Who knows? We're about to see it. Ribeiro also lined up for this one, but Mokwena is going to take, and that is on target, and it's just hits over. Oh, no, that is so close. That is so close. That was a brilliant free kick taken by Mokwena. It's just saved by Kobel over the top. It was going top bins too. Kobel, a brilliant save from him. And this is going to be a deep corner going out into the midfield. And it's crossed in by Sundowns. Sundowns, Kobel grabs that. And now it's a breakaway chance for Dortmund here. Kobel's going to try and play this one out quickly. But there's no players there. Kobel actually getting annoyed at his team for not, presenting an opportunity here on the counter. You think that will be Inter versus Sundowns in the round 16? Definitely a possibility here, especially if Sundowns get through. Of course, they have to, defeat Fluminense in their next game. Oh, you think that Inter will not go through from the group? Okay, I see. Inter and Sundowns will not go through the group, you think, their basic voice. But, yeah, I think Monterrey and River Plate might get through in that group for, I think it was Group E, right? Group E, if I'm correct? Yeah, Group E. I think River Plate, Monterrey is looking class, by the way. They look very class. River Plate, of course, very class with Acuna as their one of their players, one of their key players. Of course, he is amazing. One of the best and nicest Argentinians that you'll see playing football. And this is going to be Sundowns just lobbing the ball down the field here. Yeah, same River and Ramos team. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think Inter's just not it in this tournament. They really need to... Maybe it's better for them to leave the tournament so then they can restructure their team, get some new, coaching staff, some new tactical changes, because at the moment their changes aren't looking that good. Of course, they're going to be losing probably Çalhanoğlu to Galatasaray, most likely, in the transfer window. So they're going to need some midfielders coming in. And that's a chance. There's a goal for Dortmund. It's 4-1, and I don't see Sundowns coming back now. It's a deflection in, and that is going to be, of course, by, I think, Svensson scoring. I don't see a chance for Sundowns now, unfortunately. It's just Dortmund's attack here, unless they can hope for an offside. We're about to see, is this one offside? No, it's not. Oh. No, it's not offside there. Okay, and that is, deflection in and goal kick. It's going to be a, I think, deflection from Mudau. Yeah, 4 goals from Dortmund. Of course, this is a very different change from their previous game. The previous game, Dortmund looked like exactly like Porto. Both Porto and Dortmund were very disappointing. Porto, the worst European team in this tournament by a long stretch. A very, very long stretch. I don't see Dortmund actually winning, Porto winning a game in this tournament, to be honest, because they don't look good at all. Their next game is going to be who? if we take a look at the Club World Cup schedule, let's have a look here. Who is Porto's next game? Porto is against Al Ahly. I don't see them even winning against Al Ahly. Egypt, I think Al Ahly Egypt might actually get a win there or a draw. Porto just not good. Their fans have been saying it. They're saying that they would rather go out of the tournament to get rid of half of their team and replace, you know, the coaching, get a proper tactics, replace the board. Similar thoughts really to Al Nassr, you know. Al Nassr need to do the same thing. That's why I think it's best for us not to be in the Champions League next season, rather being on, you know, Champions League 2, where we've got no opposition. You know, we can just get through to the final with absolute ease in Champions League 2, the Europa version of the AFC. And Kobel just positioning the wall in Hawker is all about Inter Miami have to promote. Yeah, I feel like, Inter Miami have the best chance to promote here now. Of course, it relies on really Palmeiras. If Palmeiras win against Inter Miami and Al Ahly get 2 goals against Porto, then Porto will be fully out, first of all. Then Palmeiras will be first with 6 points or 7 points. And Inter Miami will be actually in 3rd place if, of course, Al Ahly get 2 goals, because their goal difference is the least. And there is a goal for Sundowns. It's 4-2, and it's a goal. 1 back. Brilliant goal by Sundowns there. Brilliant. And now there is a chance again, once again, to get back into this game. And I said that Sundowns' attack is amazing. So from the free kick there, it's clearly onside because it looks like that. I think Sule or Anton makes it onside there. And it just goes in. Brilliant from Sundowns. And now they have to score 2 more to get a draw here at least. Something that really now is their biggest hope, to get a draw. Because they are, of course, you know, in this group there, they're on 3 points already. If they get a draw, they'll be on 4 points. And they'll still be in first position on this table. So, you know, a draw could be essential for Sundowns getting through to the next round. I do think they can still get into round of 16. Because, you know, yeah, this is another good game. 6 goals in this game. Brilliant. I did think River Plate, Bayern would have more goals, but Bayern were finishing like Darwin Núñez there, not even be able to hit the target. And Nmencha and Brandt are coming off. Finally, Brandt's coming off. Sabitzer and Chukwuemeka are coming on. And that is going to be some good substitutions for Dortmund. I did think Bino Gittins might have came on, you know, a bit earlier, or Adeyemi, but no. Instead, we got Chukwuemeka coming on in the midfield, Carney. And we also got, who else was the other one? We got someone else coming off. I'll tell you in a second who it was. We got, who was it? Was it Sabitzer? I think, yeah. Midfield change, I think it was. And this is going to be a play down the field here to Kobel. Sundowns pressuring heavy. Possibly a chance here for Sundowns to reclaim. Here they do. They actually reclaim it near the goal. Hollande. It would be big for them to get a goal here, Sundowns, because it brings them full back into this one. And now that is some heavy pressure from Sundowns, winning the ball back. And it's going to be a free kick for Sundowns, again in the same spot as where they scored from before. Fluminense game with Sundowns will decide who will be 2nd place. Yes, unless, of course, Sundowns actually do get the draw here. Because if they do get the draw, then Sundowns, I think, have secured round of 16. I might be wrong, though. Let's see. If they get a draw here, Dortmund will go to 1 point. Sundowns will be on 4 points. And then Fluminense play Olsen Hyundai. Fluminense have 1 point. No, actually, they do need a win here to secure round of 16. Otherwise, a draw would make it very likely that for them to get through, because they'll either need a draw or a win against Fluminense. Yeah, so Fluminense game will be the decider, unless, of course, you know, they somehow Sundowns can score, you know, 3 goals here. I don't think it's that likely, but anything's possible in football. You always have to keep an open mind. Chukwuemeka gets a yellow card for that foul before. There's actually going to be a triple substitution here for Sundowns after this free kick. And there's the free kick played in. And here's a chance for Sundowns. There's a volley hit, and it's just being cleared around the place, really. A bunch of different clearances, and Sundowns still with the ball. And there is a player down in the box there. That might be checked later for a penalty, but Sundowns still with the ball here. Playing around Matthews, now finding Langer. Now onto the left side here with Hollande. Langer. Now playing it to Hollande there again. And this is going to be still Sundowns. And that is going to be Coble now here, who's just going to kick it straight out. There's going to be a check on this player here for Sundowns on the ground. I don't know if there's a penalty here. I don't think there is, but we will see, what the decision here is from the referee and, checking VAR. I think it's just a dive. Yeah, referee's saying nothing's there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a dive. Okay. Yep. Dive there from Sundowns striker Rayners. And the triple substitution hasn't happened yet, I don't think. No. So we are still waiting to see what substitutes will be coming on and when. I think it might be an attacking substitution for Sundowns, maybe even a midfield one. That is a bad tackle. This is going to be a yellow card there coming out immediately for Sundowns. That was not a necessary tackle at all. Very, very poor tackle there from, who was that? I think that was Matthews there. That wasn't great from him. I expected more from him in terms of not wasting that. But, I mean, sacrificing one from the team to prevent, this breakaway here. Matthews with the yellow, Tashreeq Matthews. And it's going to be a free kick for Dortmund just outside the box. And Sundowns, all players back for this defense here. All players back for this defense. Let's see if Sundowns can cleanly defend this one and get, another counter chance, or if Dortmund will score from this. The only player in the box looks to be Guirassy for BVB. He's just standing by himself. All the other players just waiting outside here. And let's see what will happen. Cross coming in. There's a headed chance saved by Williams, and that's going to be a corner. That was a good headed chance there. I think that was by Borant. I think that was by, who was that did that headed chance? Couldn't really see. I think, yeah, it might have been Sabitzer. What colour tops are they playing? Dortmund's in white and Sundowns in yellow. So, yeah, it's changed colours there. Dortmund not playing in the yellow, Sundowns playing in it. Lovely kit Sundowns have. It actually looks like the Brazilian national team kit, basically. Williams, nice catch from the corner, and this is going to be a ball out for Sundowns. Just a long ball there to their forwards, and this is a chance for Sundowns. What a brilliant pass by Williams, and there's just a huge shove there from Dortmund, and that is going to be a clean tackle. Gone down to now Dortmund's side for a counter chance. That was so close to another goal. He was literally on a solo run there. But yeah, brilliant play. I think that was by Benzabaini to stop that one from being a almost certain goal. And this is going to be passed down the field by Dortmund. And now it's with Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka bringing it down to the right side here. And Chukwuemeka, just the ball cleared off him. It's going to be a throw-in for BVB. I will say the best player in this tournament so far has to be Mikel Olise. He's been so good. Best player in this tournament, hands down. He has just looked so good in both Bayern games. Of course, that could change with some of the upcoming games, but it's between Mikel Olise and also... who was it? Conceição Francisco. He has also been good. Chico. And Matthews, Mokoena, and Lucas Ribeiro are coming off. Morena, Adams, and Arthur Sales coming on. Sales, of course, starting last game. And I think Morena was also starting last game. And let's see who will be taking this throw-in. I think young Kuto is going to be taking this throw-in for Dortmund. And Kuto getting ready to take the throw. Just throws it to Chukwuemeka. Nice back heel by Chukwuemeka. Now it's Kuto. Just loses the ball there. And now it's Sundowns with a play. And it is lost out for a throw-in for Sundowns. That was a good, nice play there by one of the new substitutes. I think that was... who who was that did that? I think it was Arthur Sales there. Nice switch sides by Hollande over to the right side here, where we have Mudau. Mudau has a tanked rating of 4.2 because he scored that 4th goal for Dortmund, the own goal. It was a deflection going in. I think Williams was saved if he didn't slide tackle it. Now it's given away by Dortmund to Hollande. Now it is Sundowns on a play here for goal. Sales just trying to pass through, and there's going to be a continued play here for Sundowns, just winning the ball. Now on the left side here, it's Lange, who has been so excellent once again in this game. Lange always carrying in this left back for Sundowns, as we've seen in the last 2 games. Here's a cross by Hollande, trying to find target, and that just goes over, and it's going to be a goal kick for Gregor Kobel. Brilliant sort of tempo play shift there from Sundowns. They're actually bringing up the pace here, which we haven't really seen from many teams in this tournament. When they concede, 3 goals, they've sort of just died out and not played anymore. But Sundowns really, desperate to get back in this one. I think the same thing really happened with LAFC at one point during that game. They did not look like they wanted to play anymore. But yeah, Sundowns back in, trying to get back into this. They only really need 2 goals to achieve their mission of getting, that point, because, it really makes it easier against Fluminense. But Dortmund need this win, coming off the back of that draw, I think, with Fluminense. And Sabitzer loses the ball. It's now Sundowns on the left side here with Sales. Sales just finding some space, and it's now Lange. Lange passes through, and it's going to be now Sales here. Sales back to number 8, who has also just come on before, Jaden Adams. And now it's over on this right side, Mudau. Mudau, just a heavy touch there, but he still gets the ball. It's now going to be Cupido. And this is now Cupido, now finding Hollande. And Mudau going to pass back here to Cupido. There is an opening there for Kakana. That was bad from Kakana there. And it looks like Lange is going to have to actually come back and try and clutch up Guirassy. And that is a brilliant slide tackle there from Sundowns. And it looks like Guirassy is going to try and control this out. And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for BBB. That is a good slide tackle there from, I think that was, yes, Cupido. I think he just recovers there from his teammate's error. That was Adam making the error there. Adams just not really paying too much attention. There is a little shove on his head, actually. So, yeah, there might be a foul check here for the referee. There is a cooling break now, so the teams can have another team talk. This could, again, give advantage to Dortmund like it did in the first half. Or Sundowns could really use this to capitalize. They're checking on Adams here because he has been shoved straight in the head, in the neck, down onto the ground by Guirassy. Pretty hard, it looked like, too. And this is the chance before Sundowns' first goal, where it was a brilliant breakaway. They did the sleep emoji because, of course, that was what Dortmund's defense was doing until, of course, Williams gave the ball to Nmencha, and himself was pretty much asleep there for the first goal. Then that brilliant goal by Guirassy there. Jobe with the volley for the 3rd goal for Dortmund. Just a little deflection off to maybe make the goalkeeper a bit more confused. And then the 4th goal, a deflection off Mudau for BVB. And then, of course, Sundowns scored a brilliant free kick header goal scored by Rayners. So they're all the goals so far, guys, in this game. And it's now, yes, just a cooling break here. The coach for Sundowns is giving instructions to his players. I don't think we'll see substitutions just yet from Sundowns, since they did make a triple one before. Maybe bringing on Adeyemi for Dortmund. Let's see if he's on the bench here today. Yeah, Karim Adeyemi is on the bench. You can clearly see in Dortmund's defense, Schlotterbeck is definitely a presence missing back there. He is crucial for Dortmund, but he hasn't been there for the last 2 games. He has got an injury. And yeah, definitely his presence is being felt missing at the back there. I'm just going to turn my air conditioning on. I think the thing's on here. There we go. Okay, the players are coming back on here. Players coming back on for another time here. And it looks like Sundowns actually making a substitution. Very soon. It looks like maybe they'll play this for first, and then the substitution will be made. So BVB with the throw, and Young Kuto is going to be taking this one. Chukwuemeka open on his left, and he's going to throw this into the box. It looks like actually he's preparing for it. There's a throw from Kuto into the box. Guirassy just getting the head at first, and then it's just headed away by Sundowns to try and clear that. And this is Bensebaini passing out to the left side here, where Svensson's going to give a lofted ball. And here's a chance, and that is going to be a goal kick. Williams is happy that that wasn't going to be given a pen there, because it did certainly look sort of penalty-ish on Jobe. And yeah, there might be a check here for a penalty as the substitution is being occurred. So it's going to be number 13 for Sundowns coming off Rayners, the score of the second goal. And on comes number 35, which is going to be Peter Shulil, his name Shulil, I think. Peter Shulil, a 32-year-old, a Namibian striker who can also play left wing, right wing. So we might see him alternate, position on the pitch with, of course, Alond Zwane. You could definitely see that happen. And now this is going to be a goal kick for Sundowns. Sundowns kicking it down the field, no penalty given to Jobe. And Dortmund there, very good, I got to say, scorpion passes from Dortmund around the field to get the ball out of danger. We saw it with Guirassy, we just saw it again there with Chukwuemeka. Now this is going to be Sundowns trying to play up, but it is given away, and now it's Dortmund's ball. Here's a chance for Dortmund. If they score here, there's pretty much no chance for Sundowns to do the completed comeback. Still, they need 2 goals, and Dortmund, of course, if they score one more Sundowns, it's going to be park the bus from there on out. So we will see, of course, if they can get a goal very soon. They're going to need to get it soon if they want to get one more. And that is going to be a free kick for Sundowns FC. And it looks like Mudau is going to be taking this one. And it's just going to be played up nicely here. Mudau. Back to Cupido. Cupido crossing over to Kakana. Almost gives it away, actually. And this is going to be the left side now for Langa. Through to Adam. And this is going to be Langa winning the ball off of Dortmund, but then just giving it away there. Just a little too heavy of a touch. And it's now still going to be Sundowns who have just won it back from Dortmund. Nice little ball there from, I think that was Zwane, just trying to find some possession. And it's going to be Sundowns still with it. Taken by Dortmund, Jobe. And now this is Guirassy. Back to the defense here, Sule to Young Kuto. And it's a Jobe little flick on there to the left side. That was brilliant from Jobe. And that is going to be Svensson. Just back to Bensebaini. Now it's to Sule. Through ball by Bensebaini to Svensson. And now it is going to be on this left side here for Sundowns. Mudau, cross coming in to try and find the striker there. The new striker who just came on, of course, being Lebo Mothiba. It actually wasn't Peter Shulil who came on. It was Lebo Mothiba. It was written wrong on FootMob. They actually had Shulil as 35 until, of course, Mothiba came on. They've actually reordered the numbers there when I just refreshed my page. So that is really weird, FootMob, not having the correct numbers on. Now they are correct, of course. And that is a chance, and that is going to be cleaned up by Coble. It's going to be a goal kick. And Kobal's going to probably take his time with this one. 10 minutes left of regular time. Probably 7 or 8 minutes additional because of how many stops there have been in this game. Had 2 cooling breaks. We've had, injuries. Had a bunch of different things. So we really have to see what's going to happen. It's being crossed down the field here. Received by Mudau. And then just cleared more by Bensabini. Sundowns do win it, however. And Lunga there, brilliant skill to bring this one now. Trying to get upfield as quick as possible. Hollande over to the right wing. This is Mudau. Now Mudau now with it again. Through ball to DinoDoomz. Now it's Lunga. Now it's Hollande. Over to the left side here. Now it's Lunga. And that is a poor touch by Sales. And that is going to be a throw-in for BVB. That was a bit of a wasted chance there, really, by Sales. He should be much better, but he didn't get the touch he wanted from Lunga's pass. He tried to do a one-touch back, but, yeah, it was not correct. And 2 more substitutions will be occurring for BVB very soon, I think, after this next play. And the ball won back by Sundowns, just given away again. Twice in a row, actually. That was a very big, scrappy little thing there. And, yeah, the ball now being played down on this left wing side. This is going to be now Svensson back to Bensabini, and now it's to Anton. Finding a through ball there, nice and easy. Sabitzer. Now it is going to be Chukwuemeka. Anton. Now over to Yankuto. Yankuto trying to find some space. This is back to Chukwuemeka. Hi, Kashineko. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a nice day. And this is going to be on this left side here for BVB. Lob ball, trying to find Guirassy, and it's just cleared away by Sundowns. It's now Lunga. Brilliant skill from Lunga, and here's a chance if he can reach this touch, and Sule just kicks it straight out. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you, Cash and Nico, for asking. Yeah, I'm doing good. Lunga's going to take this throw in here. Before that, there is going to be a substitution, however. And it's going to be it's going to be Sule coming off, first of all. Sule, and that is going to be on for Sule and Bellingham. Jobe Bellingham's actually coming off as well. And on comes Ryerson and Bier, I think. Hope I didn't say his name wrong there. But yes. Jobe, of course, scoring the 3rd goal for Dortmund, which was a volley hit shot, just deflecting a little bit off the leg to confuse Williams. A brilliant goal nonetheless, and Jobe will be happy that he's got his first goal for BVB shirt. Now this is going to be Williams now. Dortmund confident that they can hold on to this lead here with 7 minutes of normal time to go, and then possibly 7 minutes additional or 8 minutes additional. Really have to see. This is now Mudau. Back here, it will be passed back to Williams. Now onto this left side for Sundown. Sales. Just fouled, and that's going to be a free kick. So the aggressor of that foul. Williams passing to this right side here, just trying to find really any space. Sundowns are, and that is going to be cleaned up by Coble. He's going to waste some time here by holding the ball in the corner and going to pick it up, most likely, unless he passes away. Yeah, he's picked it up. This is where, park the bus territory does begin for BVB, especially when they're winning a game. They might try and score some more, but of course, they're going to be really cautious defensively because they know how good the counter-attack is. And they have been giving away the ball quite a lot, so they're going to definitely be going more defensive, especially if another goal does occur relatively quickly. It's going to be Mudau now on the right side. Predictions for the Inter Red Diamonds game already, guys, in the chat, if you have any. And Mudau just gets a little bit of an injury here, it looks like. And it's going to be a yellow card for someone. I don't know who's getting. I think it's Bier getting the yellow card. Bayer. Actually, I think maybe that's how you say his name, Bayer. And yeah, yellow card. There's a foul on Mudau, Maximilian Bayer. Also, in other football news, Rashford is hinting at moving to Barcelona. He's saying that he would love to play there. It's close to his home in UK. So, I don't know what you guys think about Rashford to Barca. You can drop your thoughts in the chat if you want. But otherwise, me personally, I don't think Barca really need Rashford. Yeah, but, you know, if they do get him, he'll be an additional player on the bench for Barca to turn to in terms of attack. Rashford, of course, has quality. He's been showing for Aston Villa. I think he needs maybe one more season at Aston Villa before he can really consider going to Barca, maybe. Unless, of course, Barca do, you know, rotate him back up to being a top player. Of course, he's on loan from Manchester United, so Amarim's going to be wanting to make as much as possible from these players that he's going to definitely sell Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, and so he can sign, you know, the likes of Guirassy, fund the Cunha transfer, which has already been done, dealed. Also fund, you know, any additional transfers he might want to make, especially to that defence, because that defence is pretty appalling for Manchester United. This is now going to be BBB with the ball. There was a substitution just while I was talking about that, and it looks like that Zwane is going to be coming off, and Letlaku is going to be coming on. Kutluano Letlaku. BB with the ball in the box. Yan Kuto skilling one, and that's going to be cleared away by Sundowns. No, it's not. And there's a shot now. It's cleared away. Just a deflection off. That was close to a 5th goal for Dortmund. That would have finished the game off immediately there. And now Sundowns with the chance of a breakaway. No, it's going to be called for a free kick on Dortmund. It looks like that. Who's gone down here? It looks like Ben Sebaini's gone down. Yeah, there's a foul there just initially, and it's just been, you know, recalled back. Free kick for Dortmund. If you guys think this game was good as well, and you like the commentary, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe button if you haven't already, because I appreciate every single person who does that. You know, it means the world to me. And now it's going to be lobbed down the field here. Sundowns possibly having a chance, and that is going to be a free kick for Sundowns. Just a little bit of a foul there. And that's going to be passed to Alond, who's going to probably play it quickly. Yes, he does. He plays this one quickly. Alond now just doing a little one-touch passes with DinoDoomz. And that's going to be now on this left side here. Lunga now receiving. He's been excellent again today for Sundowns. Passing back is now going to go to Cupido. Sundowns really need a goal now or never. It's their chance to really, you know, get a goal before the extra time announced and then really have that motivation for that final equaliser. I don't think it's going to happen now just because of Dortmund, you know, parking the bus. They actually had their chances themselves, Dortmund. But, of course, if it does need to happen, it needs to happen now. The first of 2 goals. And here's a chance for Sundowns, just cleared away by BVB. It's now going to be a nice play on there for BVB, just playing around with it at the back, actually. It's Yan Kuto passing around with, of course, Ryerson, who came on. And here's a chance for Sundowns. Sundowns can score, and they score. It's another goal for Sundowns. And it's going to be 4-3. It did happen before the extra time, and now there's a chance for them to draw. 4-3 Sundowns. Sundowns do have a chance here to really, you know, make an impact. Let's just make sure this is onside. The initial pass is onside. It's a goal. It is onside. That is poor defense from Dortmund. And there is a chance now for Sundowns to equalize and get a draw. And if they get a draw here, it's going to make their game against Fluminense so much easier. All they need is a draw against Fluminense to get to the round of 16. And this is where we're going to see park the bus football from Dortmund to not give up this lead that they had, because they've already started to bottle it, and they're going to bottle it more if they continue to do this poor defending. Cleared away. That is going to be a throw-in for Sundowns. The Dortmund manager is not looking happy about how his team has conceded another goal here. They've just been looking poor on the defense, Dortmund. Their attack's been fine. Of course, Jobe providing a lot of chances in the attack, as well as Nmencha. We actually saw Brandt show up today as well. But Sundowns now just disproving this defense here. And you can clearly see Schlotterbeck missing here, because Schlotterbeck was one of the key defenders for Dortmund, along with Matt Hummels. But Hummels leaving in this season at the start. And then, of course, Schlotterbeck having an injury has really, really impacted. And we can just see the Sundowns player actually counting down 8 seconds with his finger there. Sales just trying to count it down, hoping that Kobel will drop it before the 8 seconds is up. And Bellingham has been voted player of the match. Jobe Bellingham, of course, he scored the volley goal. Personally, again, this is just voting the most popular player on the field. Superior player of the match should indeed be going to someone who's provided the most opportunities, chances. And at the moment, it's seeming like possibly here, Ribeiro with the most highest rating on the field, 8.3, a goal, set up the one of the other chances as well. Of course, we could also give it to Brandt, who has been very good in this game. I have to say, I had wrong doubts about Brandt. I did think he should have come off for Adeyemi, but Brandt in the end was actually good. And here's Adeyemi actually coming on now. Speaking of him, he's going to be subbed on probably after the next out ball. Well, no, he's going to come on now. Guirassy is going to be coming off for him. Thoughts, guys? Can Sundowns come back? If you think so, let me know. Because Sundowns look like they can get one more goal with 5 minutes additionals on this top of this little thing here. You know, 6 minutes in total, but there has been obviously a goal, delayed the additional time a little bit. So I can see, you know, 5 additional minutes on top of the 90-second. So it'll be 97 minutes in total. Kobel just dropping that ball down the field. And this is going to be Adeyemi just giving a foul. And that's going to be a free kick for Sundowns in the defensive half. And it looks like that Williams is just going to give this quickly to one of his teammates to play this defensive free kick, because Dortmund did try to waste time by booting that down the field to waste the ball. And this is now Lange on the side here. Now Lange just playing around here with it. Just now, Sundowns really just trying to find an attacking advantage. To be honest, Hollande has been excellent. I would have as well maybe voted him as player of the match, because although he didn't get a goal contribution, he has been so good in this game. Of course, one other player has been so good as Gross everywhere. He has been everywhere, Gross. So, yeah, I would say he was also very exceptional for BVB. Both of these players, you know, extremely exceptional. This is now Mudau with the ball. Playing it in. That is a very poor ball by Mudau. He should have really controlled that one a little bit better. Sundowns still having a chance to an attack here. We can see Adeyemi just sitting at the top of the field, just waiting for that clearance down the field, because he is the fastest player on the pitch right now. And, of course, he's going to show that pace if he can, you know, get a ball and outpace those two back lines for Sundowns. You know, they've been playing the whole game, so they're definitely not going to outpace a fresh pair of legs from Adeyemi. And this is going to be a nice little play to try and keep the ball here from Kekana. Now Cupido. Cupido, long ball coming out over here to Lange. It is headed by young Kuto. Lange still trying to win it, and he has won it. Lange with the ball. That's going to be a free kick. I think he handballs. That. Just a slight touch of the hand there. And it's going to be a free kick for BVB. The coach here for Sundowns is really telling his team to just go all out now. It's now or never, really. Even if BVB score, you know, even if they have no defense here. I mean, BVB already winning, so it doesn't really matter. It's now or never to get a goal, though, for them, because there's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of this game. And there's a drop kick from Kobel down the field there. And Sundowns now winning it back in the defense. Hollande there, good play. Lange losing it. Hollande winning it back. And yes, it's going to be a free kick. Adeyemi actually wins a free kick here, just outside the box. And Hollande's going to get a yellow card. He kind of did a little bit bad there for giving away that foul. There was no real necessary reason to do that. He might have cost his team here a lot of time, Marcelo Hollande. And it looks like that Gross will be taking this free kick. Here's a chance for Dortmund to seal the victory and not have to panic, of a potential equaliser. I can see maybe Gross even just kicking it all the way back to Kobel, to waste even more time. We'll see, though. Possible equaliser, possible winner here for Dortmund. Seal the deal winner. Gross is going to take over Kuto, it looks like. Both of them standing there, but we'll see which one takes it. Excellent match, by the way, guys. 7 goals in this match. What an entertainment it's been. And yeah, it looks like they're going to hold this in the corner, yep. Chukwuemeka holding this in the corner. Just going to try and time waste here. And Chukwuemeka actually playing it through. Here's Adeyemi now. He's going to probably take the shot. And there is a potential penalty check that they might do. The referee originally says no for the penalty. There is just a big shove. And this is a chance for Sundowns to bring it down the field here. Here's a chance. Sundowns striker just trying to run and get that. That is not a nice ball there to him. And Kobel's just going to time waste. There possibly is going to be a penalty check. Time wasting from Kobel. And full time is going to be called any second now, guys. Unfortunately, Sundowns, it looks like, has not done it. Full time is going to be called here. As soon as Kobel drop kicks this down the field. Here we go. Full time. Any second now. And there it is. Full time. Sundowns just not able to get it done there. 3-4. And BVB have won. Jobe winning player of the match. Thoughts on the game, guys? Let me know. I'm going to read out the stats. BVB really crucial win there as well, because now they're top of the group. If they had got a draw here, they would be on 2 points. And that would have been deadly, because that would have mean basically Fluminense and Sundowns would have been going through almost highly likely there. But let's see the statistics now. So, Sundowns, 59% possession, 2.61 expected goals, 16 shots, 4 on target, 4 big chances, 1 big chance missed, 511 accurate passes with 88% accuracy, 9 fouls committed, 2 corners. BVB, 41% possession, 2.19 expected goals, 8 shots, 6 on target, 5 big chances, 3 missed. Accurate passes, 315, 81% accuracy, 15 fouls committed by Dortmund, and 4 corners. That is that full-time game there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, make sure to smash like if you haven't already. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And we will be live again at 10 p.m. for the next match, which is going to be Inter Milan versus Red Diamonds. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for attending this match. Thank you for attending this live stream with me for this commentation, and I'll see you guys next time. W's in the chat, Let's go. W win for Dortmund, and bye-bye.